Well, I was on my Christmas vacation and finally started clearing out this behemoth random closet thing that's in my sort of living room, and came across my father's old Sony Handycam. And I haven't seen, well, the last recording on this thing was Christmas of 15, I think, and that's when we stopped using it. It's probably around '08. Maybe older. I have to run the model. But honestly, I want to see if this thing still stands up after all these years. Sounds alright and looks okay. Because honestly, one of the reasons I've stopped doing videos is because it's like absolute pain in the ass to try to film anything with a smartphone. And I did buy a couple of cameras over the years, but honestly never liked any of them. So I want to see if this thing still stands up to sound quality and looks alright. I used to have my old high 8 cameras, but they were just too much work, really. But I just kind of want to do a sound test with random settings here. See if this thing's still worth a shit. Because it's just become too much trouble to try and prop up a smartphone and mess around with all that. And everything else entailed with it. Hey, while we're at it, this thing's got night vision. Does it make a difference? I'm not sure. Allegedly, that is supposed to be the night vision switch. Guess we'll find out. If I can get up this little hump here without killing myself. Curious to see if that helps our visibility at all. I had an old high 8 years ago that didn't seem too bad. Don't mind the Gulf oil spill on the floor. But just a little walk around here. Our shitbox, I think this is a 72 MGB. Massive blow-by on the engine. Hole through the crown on number 3 piston, I think. I bought this car for $85 at an auction. Came with an old set of rings. Chris, I hope my computer will even tolerate uploading from this camera. That beautiful BMC sheet metal quality. She's a rugged little car. I love the Diet Coke catch can. It does run, does sort of drive, but it's feeble. It is incredibly feeble. Needs rocker work, needs probably sill work. I've barely been under it. Honestly, the whole plan is just make it drive good enough. These things ain't worth restoring anymore, and you can get a nice one for $4,000. This is the L185. If I remember right, it's a 78. Off the top of my head, I do not remember. I have to check my paperwork, but we retired the old Sato. This was getting to be too much work to keep that thing up when it ran at all. And this thing's currently stuck here because it turns out there must be a little water mixed in with the steering box, and I can't turn it. At least I couldn't the other day. Yeah, she's still frozen tight. And I tried to put a block heater on it, and I got nowhere. Just rescued this from a free for scrap advertisement on Facebook the other day. 1940 Frigidaire SVS. I think it's an SVS 6. I haven't tried to power it up. It's been too cold. But not in terrible shape. Little nasty, little tobacco stain nasty. Heck, the door rubber ain't even all that bad. I mean, it's also, I think, about 12 degrees right now. But since the whole powder post beetle incident, of course I'm not really standing in a good place to really show some of the real damage. It wasn't so bad on this floor. The basement is terrible. I think it was this back corner. You gotta Man, it's just too dark, and this thing, of course, doesn't really have a movie light. It's only got the night vision, if it'll even focus. How do you make this thing focus? It's been so long. Oh, hell, it don't matter. Take my word for it. $14,000 taking care of all that, getting this place sprayed and doing a bunch of work downstairs. But I guess in one way it was a blessing, because it made me realize how much absolute crap I had laying around here. And I mean, it's still not exactly organized, but at least the better stuff is mostly accessible. I still got some straightening up to do, and it's just gotten so darn cold. I ain't in the mood to mess around with it anymore right now. And now my 2-week Christmas vacation is up tomorrow, so I won't be messing around out here at all. But the old beast drill press I rescued. Another cheapo. I mean, what do you really do with it, I suppose? But it was too cool to let it go. WF&J Barnes. Yeah, it's a 20-inch. The old Smithy. That thing hasn't run since I moved out of Kennybunk. Little machine table. The old power hacksaw. You gotta have an old power hacksaw, even if you'd never use it. The Shitbox 57 Willys, which has been in at least a dozen videos, but I never post any of them. Then either I have to clear memory out on the phone. Boy, I ain't held a camera like this in a long time. But this was going to be part of our audio test. I just got a new wiper blade, singular, for the one working vacuum wiper. And I was going to clean all the WD-40 spray and Croil off the windshield before I put that new blade on, because I had to get a little rugged with the vacuum wiper motors, because I'm not going through all the effort to take them apart for this piece of junk plow truck and properly clean them, so I just hosed them with Croil and dot free. And hey, that wiper motor works. The other one is actually cracked almost in half on the inside, and I don't care, because this will never be on the road again. Believe me, it don't look too bad, and the frame ain't too bad, but this thing has some incredibly custom bodywork. Not quite so bad on this side. The tailgate's nice, but someone had to bolt it in place because there's literally no hinges. That whole part of the body rusted away a long time ago. Yeah, there's your 3.5-inch chunks of Bondo making up the exterior panels. Typical F-134 high-low Jeep pump setup. But I was going to use this as part of our sound mock-up, because I just want to see how this old camera actually handles mucking around making YouTube videos. And, you know, just putting the camera down on a table without having to get fancy with rocks and try to prop the darn smartphone up. That, to me, looks plenty good enough. And it should stay there. Amazing. That's as good at home as any. I need it easier to get in these things. first time in all my time using this truck, it is not started. Okay. I will put on a charger later, I guess. That thing has never not run. That's bizarre. Okay. MGB, I guess. This piece of shit will run. As a matter of fact, let's just hold the camera. You can witness the glory that is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang here. This piece of shit 2017 battery will probably fire it right over. The battery in that Jeep is 2 months. I wonder if I got something drawing it down, because normally it fires right up. Yep, some idiot put 90 weight gear oil in this transmission. Grab our key. Engage our power. Time circuit's on. There's no hand choke on this anymore. That knob's not hooked up to anything. It's got an automatic choke on the Weber. I haven't run this thing in months, I guess. Oh, we're cranking over at 4,500 RPM. Look at that. Yes, sir. She wants to move. Focus, damn you. We are currently idling at RPM. Not sure which RPM, but it's one of them. Damn. Need that thing tight. I've never charged a battery on this thing either. I don't understand how it just starts every time. But that's the first time I've ever seen that smoking, whatever that is. Catch can or something. This car is pretty tough. I mean, it was $85. Kick that auto choke down. Oh yeah, smooth like butter. We are idling at an RPM. We have oil pressure. And that oil is half gasoline, so honestly, the bearings are probably pretty tight. Oops. Whew. What a stinker. Take that battery off. I don't trust the electrical system in this car at all. Amazing, this friggin' battery just works. But, well, that ought to get me some sort of basis of sound quality. Try this Jeep one more time. Christ, this thing never fails to start, but I think the accelerator pump diaphragm in this car is bad. Seems like if I run it and then I shut her right down, it floods itself out. But it's one of those cars that don't give a hint of firing until it's going, basically. You never know if it wants more or less choke. I assume I flooded it. And regardless, she ain't gonna hit. Damn it! If I can figure out how to edit, I'll probably just edit the whole Jeep segment out. Because this has been going on for 14 minutes. And I think that's long enough. Whew! Oh no, the choke's open. I was wondering if we were stuck closed. Well, I'll throw the charger on it and try it tomorrow, I guess. That's bizarre. I use this to plow every time it snows, and it always fires right up. Just camera shy, I guess. But, I haven't tried the zoom feature. Yeah, that works. Well, I'm going to go inside and see if I can figure out how to get this onto the computer, and maybe you'll actually see it. Stop it before we hit the 15-minute mark. Cheerio.